What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, a little bit late to the party on this one, but we got the Braton Prime Incarnon today. And we'll be showing the loadouts I'm using for it, some synergies you can go for with frames and all that, and also we're going to talk about, is this like one of the best Incarnons? If you would have told me this is one of the best Incarnons on week 1, maybe, but now that we've gotten the Strun and the Latron, I'm kind of thinking this is more of a middle-of-the-road one right here. Before we get into it, make sure you're subbed to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Also, check out the live stream channel as well. We'll be live later tonight with some Warframe. Unfortunately, there probably won't be 2 videos today because I really slept in. Sorry about that. But we'll have 2 videos tomorrow, probably. Alright, so the Incarnon Braton Prime. You can go for the Braton Vandal if you prefer, but the Braton Prime has better slash winning, so I decided to go for that one in the first place. What will this thing do? Well, it's going to just, normal mode is still going to be the Braton Prime. You've probably used a lot if you've been playing this game for a while. Funny thing, this Braton Prime is actually one of the first Prime weapons I ever used. That's why I had massive nostalgia for the Paris and the Braton, because these are some of the oldest Prime weapons I've ever used. This Braton Prime you're looking at right now, I forged this in like 2014 or 2015. I still have it. But once you charge up your Incarnon meter by getting some headshots, you press the Alt Fire button, and you activate Death Laser mode, is how I kind of call it. You now have a 3-meter explosion laser that will take your mods into account. And you can also do some pretty good damage. It's of course full auto if you just hold on the trigger. And you get a good amount of Incarnon ammo for this thing. So as long as you can build it back up, you're going to have a 3-meter explosion death laser. And as you can see, there are a small amount of red crits in here. We're getting some good slash procs. Now a lot of that is coming from Hunter munitions, to be honest. So you are not going to be having the explosion on this is smaller than the Strun, first off. I don't have the Latron one personally, but I've seen what it does. And yeah, the Latron, I can tell you for sure, the Latron one is going to be stronger than this for the most part. This will just be more if you want a full auto, like, kind of, think of it somewhat like a Trumna a little bit without the alt fire. The explosion bullets are relatively large. It can get some good crits, and, it can also slash. Now, here's the thing. When we start going over these Cardon Options for the Braton Prime, and by the way, that was with no ribbon right there, there is going to be one of the final evolutions that's actually currently bugged out. Now, since you're not able to always get all these Incarnon unlockers, that bugged out Incarnon might be patched by the time you can get it. If you didn't get it on week 1, it will be back again once they fully rotate through all the rotations. And that one's going to be the plus 3%, or rather plus 3x crit multiplier while your crit chance is below 50%. Since Spaghetti Code, it just works on all crit chances. So that one is currently bugged. You can use it, of course, if you want to. I'm not going to be showing any bugs in the video today. So let's go over the Incarnon options that you can go for if you want to. So as far as Tier 1, we have 2 choices. We've got Munitions Grit, giving you increased base damage by 2. Also makes it where multi-shot is drained directly from your reserves. So what that means is basically, if most people mod for multi-shot on their gun, instead of it just like, giving you more bullets and like no other downsides, now your multi-shot will have a minor downside. It will consume ammo directly from your ammo pool, but will also give you increased damage by 54%. Also, it will give you plus 20% multi-shot just flat. So this is a pretty powerful effect, even though it does have a minor downside. One of the later Incarnon options is actually going to give us a ton of ammo, so don't worry about that. I'd say go for Munitions Grit, no questions asked. The second one is called Daring Reverie. Increases your base damage by 4, and while you have a channel ability active, it will give you ammo efficiency. I believe that one is also bugged and not working, so don't pick that one. Just go for the multi-shot one. On Tier 3, we got 3 choices. The one that will be good synergy with the ammo consumption one is Mercenary Chamber, increasing your ammo capacity to over 1,000. Quite nice, since you'll be consuming a lot of ammo. The other 2 choices are pretty good too. We've got one that gives you reduced recoil and increased accuracy by 60%. This thing does kick pretty hard, so maybe go for that one. And on punch through hit, plus 20% ammo, or plus 20% chance for 10% ammo restored. I have not even tried that one with the punch through. Maybe try it out if you think it looks interesting. For the final evos, one of these is bugged. The one that's not bugged I'm showing you today for like red crits and stuff is called Critical Parallel. Increases base crit chance by plus 18%. Increases base crit multiplier by plus 0.2. And that's going to, of course, feed into your mods and stuff like that. The one that's bugged out is going to be the middle one, which is going to make it... You can get some hilarious crit multipliers with this. Prelude of Might. When crit chance is below 50%, increases crit damage by +3 at base. Now, the reason this is guaranteed to be bugged is because basically this exact same Incarnon choice is on the Theorus, and on the Theorus, it only works when the crit chance actually is below 50% on your build. So this one will eventually get bug fixed, but for the time being, you can go for this one and get bigger damage than you probably should right now. But yeah, it's not supposed to work like that. It sounds like it will be really bad once it is bug fixed. But as of right now, if you have like 200% crit chance, this will still give you that big crit multiplier, and it will apply. But in the future, it's going to be a coin flip. And the other one, Survivor's Edge, increases crit chance and status chance. So it'll make it a little bit more hybrid. We've gone for full crit today because I like full crit. 100 Predictions is a powerful mod. And yeah, this thing is relatively decent. So let's go over the build on the actual gun, and then we'll talk about some synergies for Steel Path. Okay, so this is the No Riven build. This mod right here, Vigilante Armaments, is definitely the flex slot, so we've gone for Viral Hunter Munitions with Bane of the Grenier. If you don't want to run a Bane mod, throw on Amalgam Serration in that slot, throw on Normal Serration, whatever you feel like putting on there that will give you an increase to base damage. You might notice we didn't go with Galvanized Aptitude. You could go for Galvanized Aptitude, but I decided not to go for it on this one. You could easily just slap it in this slot right here for some more damage. And I'll give you some more status chance too, it could be nice. So yeah, as far as the crit stats we're going for right now, with this build with No Riven, we have 90% crit chance on the non-Incarnon Fire mode. On the Incarnon Fire mode, we're at 44%. So if you start jamming on a crit chance Riven, you can get some pretty nasty numbers. We'll show that a little bit at the end of the video. Vigilante Supplies will give you, since we're consuming more ammo, I'll just show you how this works. Since we're consuming more ammo, you also can mod for fire rate too. See how I'm just holding on the trigger and my ammo pool is going down? That's why you might want to run Vigilante Supplies, besides just the red crits reason as well. So you potentially could run out of ammo, but it's not like it's hard to pick up ammo. I think there's a lot of ammo pickup. So really up to you. These Incarnon weapons have lots of customization in them. And of course, a fire rate mod will be nice, since with our synergy we're showing today, you have infinite Incarnon ammo, to be honest. So throw on Violent Acceleration there, throw on Vigilante Fervor there for some more red crits. It's really up to you. Flexibility is available here. You also are going to have base heat on the explosion of this shot, so you could go for a heat proc or a gas proc build. We're just doing Viral Hunter Munitions right now. Corrupted, or rather, Corrosive can work too. I've got a Corrosive build right here, and then with my Riven, we're at 228% crit chance. So that's the kind of things you can start looking at if you have a multi-shot crit chance Riven. I think this is a pure slash proc build. Yeah, kind of hard to fit this all on here. I was messing with Galvanized Scope. This one's definitely under experimentation, and I think I have a Toxin one here too. Yeah, Toxin. So the problem with this is that the explosion shot, like I said, has base heat, so you won't be able to do pure Toxin, but still, I mean, the corpse is going to die relatively easily, so lots of powerful builds. Now let's go over some synergy here that you can go for. That's going to involve the Nidus frame, and this will actually work for every Incarnon gun in the game. Certain frames can stun enemies in place, such as, using Nidus' third ability, Parasitic Link. Once you have a couple stacks, you can link to an enemy and they will be stuck there, and they cannot move. They will also give you damage reduction and give you more of your Virulence Plague Stomp radius. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Nidus' third ability, Parasitic Link. We're also going to, while we're at it, use Teeming Virulence Augment mod for Nidus, giving us increased crit chance for primary weapons after hitting enemies with his one. With this much, and it scales with Power Strength, by the way. So with Power Strength and all that, we will have 248% crit chance increase on our primaries. So here's the thing: since we can link to an enemy and just let's just show. So we get a stack. Nidus can build some stack. By the way, Nidus Prime is getting vaulted next. So if you don't have Nidus Prime, you might want to get him. Now, building a Cardon charge usually requires headshots. This enemy is just sitting here, easy headshots. So with Nidus, you can do infinite Incarnon ammo over and over again. And also with Nidus' second ability, Larva, pulls enemies in, use an armor strip, one bullet-ish, and they're dead. So this is the synergy. Infinite Incarnon. You kill all the stuff, use all your Incarnon ammo, rebuild it up, Incarnon back, use it again, use all your ammo, Incarnon back. It's an infinite loop. Now, this enemy will take damage that you are supposed to be taking, but, as long as you just keep relinking and all that, you will have infinite Incarnon ammo. And like I said, that will work on any Incarnon weapon. So when the Soma Prime comes out, when the Boltor Prime comes out, you can use this synergy for not only, really easy ammo, but also, the red crits aspect of the augment. The augment's not necessary for this, but it is a nice little cherry on top. Now let's show some Steel Path gameplay here. I'm going to be using this synergy, and as you can see right there, it's not hard to get headshots. Especially when you have if you have a multi-shot rivet and all that, you can build headshots very easily. I do have a multi-shot rivet, but yeah, it's just a nice consistent thing. You don't have to worry about having to go find some random enemy that's not going to die in one bullet, because the enemy that is linked to you will definitely not die in one bullet. They don't take any damage from you, but you can build Incarnon charge off of them. Other synergy as well, with things like the Zymos, other headshot things that you can just easily proc a headshot off of that. I believe with Zaku you cannot do that though. You can punch the enemy with Zaku to build combo multiplier off them, but I don't think you can build Incarnon charge off of Zaku's gazed targets. So overall, would I recommend the Braton Prime Incarnon adapter to you? I would say yes, I would recommend it to you, but only if you have nostalgia for the Braton Prime. Like I said, my Braton Prime that you're looking at, this is an extremely old Braton. I built this. I would love to see if there was a date created or date crafted stat in this game to see what day this Braton Prime actually was crafted, because I have had this thing for a long time, and it finally feels really, really nasty. The Braton Prime was good before, but there was really no reason to use it because it was pretty much killing 1 or 2 enemies at a time. If you threw on Prime Shred, you'd have some punch through. And it had good slash weighting. It still has good slash weighting. And actually, the primary shot, non-Incarnon, is quite powerful, actually. But yeah, now it's just even stronger. Like I said, it's like a death laser. Got base heat. You can throw on some good crits on there. And yeah, I've seen over 1 million damage slash procs with this thing. That is involving a Riven, of course. But yeah, the Riven stats are good too. So, hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. Like I said, Nidus Prime is getting vaulted next, so if you don't have him, you might want to get him. Also, that means the Strun Prime is getting vaulted next, too. So if you want to get that Strun Prime, do it. But they'll probably nerf the River Dispo on that and this in the future. So I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate the support. And yeah, probably no other video tonight, but there'll be a borrow video tomorrow and maybe a special extra Strun video. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy. Peace.